It's time for Wake Up with Witcher. Here's meteorologist Mike Witcher from the East Tennessee Weather Center.
Believe in experience. Believe in consistency. Believe in the wisdom that can only come with time. At Farm Bureau Insurance, we're proud to celebrate 75 years as Tennessee's insurance company, doing right by our neighbors and always being there when you need us most. After all, we don't just believe in Tennessee, we believe in Tennesseans. Farm Bureau Insurance, Tennessee's insurance company.
Hello! Happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for joining me for this live edition of Wake Up with Witcher from Irving, Texas. That's right, I'm in Irving, Texas right now. Broadcasting from my hotel room. Beautiful backdrop, clearly. I'm here, obviously, if you've not heard yet, but I'm here for the National Weather Association's annual weather conference. I'm going to be here until tomorrow. And so there's a big section of broadcast meteorologists. So there's probably, I said there's probably about 75 to 100 broadcast meteorologists that are here from all over the country. It's a lot of fun. We've learned a lot. If you've seen any of my social media here, especially my stories, I started talking about a few things. So we'll talk much more about that at the end as we converse a little bit. And of course, we're going to try to keep things a little bit normal here this morning. So anyways, we sure hope you have a great Monday. Let's go ahead and talk about... Got a lot of buttons to push here on this little tiny laptop. All right, let's talk about our observed high temperatures. Now, we started the month off fairly average. Then we trended below average. Then we went up. We went back down. And then this weekend, what a crazy weekend, right? We made it into 89 on Saturday, 87 degrees yesterday. And here's the thing. A week ago, we were talking about the remnants of Francine to move their way on into the area and how that was going to change everything and how we were going to see some much-needed rain around the area. Well... that never panned out. And of course, as the week went on, we started to take away those rain chances. And, well, we ended up with a fantastic weekend. So hopefully you had a chance to get out and enjoy it. Maybe some lake life. I don't know if Katrina's on here yet, but Katrina, did you do the lake here this weekend? All right. So yesterday we made it to 87 Knoxville, 80 in Crossville. Chattanooga was at 84 and Tri-Cities also at 84. So we were right there about average to slightly above average. Now, as we head through the day today, we are going to be tracking a coastal low. Okay, so this low pressure system, it's not even a coastal low anymore. It's potential tropical cyclone number, do you know what number it is? Number 8. Number 8 has formed across the coastal areas of North Carolina, South Carolina. I've been talking about this all week long, how this potentially will move its way on in, and it's going to. Does it bring us rain showers? Well, here's the deal. Today, I think we're going to see increasing clouds. Will probably be mostly sunny, but I think the clouds will definitely increase, especially Tri-Cities, Upper East Tennessee, Carter, Unicoi counties, the mountain counties as well. And notice a little bit of green starting to show up by about 3 to 6 o'clock here tonight, that we have a little bit of rain starting to settle its way on in. So do we see the rain work its way on in? Well, I don't think we're going to see a ton. I think tomorrow we have a better potential for seeing some rain showers. So just through 7 o'clock tonight, a couple of showers across the mountain counties, Upper East Tennessee are possible. And so that's really going to be the story as this low pressure moves on in. Temperature-wise, it's going to be great. We're going to be in the upper 70s to right around 80 degrees by lunchtime. As we get into the afternoon, dew points fall a little bit. So we had higher dew points this past weekend and at the end of next week because of the remnants of Francine. Now we have more of a northerly wind taking shape, and so that's drawing in some slightly drier air. But that's going to quickly change as we start to see some moisture move its way out into the area. Forecast high temperatures, Interstate 40 north will be in the low to mid 80s. Interstate 40 south will be in the mid to upper 80s. Oh, my clock is Central Time. Nice. Well, I am in Central Time. Well played. I didn't see that. That's awesome. I don't know if I can change that on the fly. Let's see if I can change that on the fly. I don't know if I'll be able to, but anyways, that's pretty funny. I'll try to change that here in a second. Yes, it is on Central Time. All right, here we go. So nice evening ahead of us. It's going to be feeling pretty good. Lower dew points, and so those 70s will feel amazing. Here comes this potential tropical cyclone number 8. It works its way westward. It's going to retrograde. It's going to move in from the east and work its way to the west because we have high pressure to our north. And so that's what's going to help to drive that energy our way. But it's just not going to add up to a whole lot of precipitation, okay? Not for us. I do think that tomorrow we may get a couple bands of rain move on through, but I think that's going to be about the extent of it. And at that point of the game, we desperately need the moisture, right? I mean, the drought's going to continue to strengthen this week and likely over the next couple of weeks. So dew points climb a little bit as this tropical system kind of moves its way into our area. So dew points climb Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it'll kind of fade away. Maybe see those dew points drop into low 60s. Low 60s for dew points, especially this time of year, is really not too bad. It's not too humid. It's not too dry. Keeps our morning lows a little bit more elevated. So if you have lakes and whatnot, if you own a lake, if you have pools or whatnot, your pools are going to stay a little bit on the warmer side due to those morning lows. Pools, neighborhood pools and stuff like that cool down a lot quicker once we have some chillier overnight lows. And we've had a few. And so I know some of the pools around town have really cooled off. I'm going to start this map over, actually. So I'm going to pick up the timeline here now. There is that disturbance, the potential tropical cyclone number 8. It's going to wobble around the Appalachian region. High pressure is going to start to build its way on in. That's going to help to kick this system on out of here towards the end of the week. Last couple model runs over the last couple of days, it had it lingering all the way through Friday, right around the Tennessee Valley. This latest model guidance is starting to push it out by the end of the week or middle to end of the week. And so while we'll have clouds, I think, starting to fill in today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies Tuesday, Wednesday, maybe Thursday. And then that starts to move its way on out. So mostly sunny skies. I think it can be anticipated, excuse me, as we round out the week and head into the upcoming weekend. All right, so not a lot of rain chances with this system. I think Tuesday will probably bring us our best chance based on some latest model guidance, but I think that's really going to be about the extent of it. I don't think we're going to see a whole lot. And so when you look at the potential rainfall over the next 7 days, most of the rain is going to be in Virginia and North and South Carolina. Here in East Tennessee, upper East Tennessee, due to the storm, could potentially bring a quarter to maybe over an inch of rain from Knox County to Tri-Cities. However, I'm not too confident on that. And then Knox County southward and westward, maybe a 1/10 of an inch, maybe a 100th of an inch of rain. So I'm not looking at a whole lot of activity. Look how burnt your forehead is. It's not burnt. My forehead's not burnt, Buck. Come on. Rainfall amounts so far this month. Yeah, we haven't seen a lot, right? Come on, Buck. Give me a word for this. Crispy, crunchy, grassy lawns is what we're going towards again because the drought continues to kind of creep its way back in. Temperatures come down on Tuesday, more clouds, better chance for rain. Temperatures come back up, high pressure builds in. The potential cyclone moves its way on out of here and will start to warm up. And then as we continue our month, we're still looking at the potential for above average temperatures towards the end of the month. And this takes us all the way to the end of the month on the 30th. So the probabilities are there to seeing a potentially warmer than average weather and potentially some drier weather as well. All right, so anybody new on the platform here this morning, if you're joining us, you're probably not nobody's joining from the app this morning. The 24-hour channel is actually down right now. So if you're joining me on Facebook and or YouTube. So how's everyone doing? Did you see my post yesterday or my stories yesterday on my Facebook page? If not, I talked about the potential, one of the things I was talking about that they were talking about at the conference is artificial intelligence, right? Machine learning. How is that going to change the world of meteorology that we all know it today, or that I know it, with the models that come out, and whatnot? Well, they're showing that AI could actually produce more accuracy and faster because it takes model input and it crunches out so quickly. And then over and over and over again, the AI is learning. It's machine learning is really what I learned yesterday. I didn't really realize how much AI is like machine learning. So it's every time it does something, it's learning something new. So anyways, it's going to be interesting. Canada, I put it out on my stories as well. Canada is using avatars to do so they took one of their meteorologists. So there's a company up there in Canada that he was presenting yesterday that is working on AI and the machine learning stuff. They actually partnered with what is it called, like the Weather Network in Canada or something like that, and how they're using one of their local meteorologists. So we're using the NIL, right? Name, image, and likeness, and they made an avatar out of her. And because they've got these algorithms and because of AI, they're using her to do hyper local, I guess, forecasts, sort of. So it'd be like pretend, like essentially like my 24-hour weather channel. It would be like me being on there every once in a while, but then there's like my local forecasts that get broken out into the different regions around town. It would be like AI, an avatar. I create an avatar of me to do that, to constantly give you updated information. And I was like, this is crazy, crazy. And all of us were talking about, I was like, we all the meteorologists and stuff were talking. We're like, that guy is like, he knows he's killing our job. He's presenting to us. He knows we're like dead in the water if AI really takes over. Maybe some of us will make it to retirement in meteorology. Maybe not. I don't know. So I guess my question to you is this morning, if I was an avatar right now broadcasting, would you be okay with that? Or do you feel like you need a human being to be there with you every day or during severe weather or whatnot? Throw it in the chat. Let me know what you think. I'll be curious to see what you think. It's scary. I mean, Chat GPT and all this AI and machine learning stuff. It's it's nuts. All right, let me go to the chat here real quick. I'm gonna put my head down because I'm on my little laptop. Let's see who's on here. Good morning. Let's see. What's up, Beth? How are you this morning? We got Cheryl on here. Betty. I am. Whoa, that's a little teeny tiny. I'm not in the studio anymore. I haven't adjusted that. Let's get that on there. Let's adjust this, shall we, Betty? So everyone can see your. There we go. There we go. I am enjoying the conference. I mean, it's always a lot of fun. I've learned a lot of cool things, tips and tricks that I can't wait to get back to the studio and start to implement. Let's see. My weather computer company who I work with or who I've purchased my weather computer through, they're here and they were like, dude, we love everything you're doing. I will tell you this. It's quite humbling, actually, because I've been coming to this conference since 2005, 2006, something like that. And I come most years. And so I know some of the, some of these broadcasters, some of these meteorologists, we've all kind of grown up together over the last 20 years. We don't see each other all the time, and we see each other at the conference. Anyways, I cannot tell you how many people, probably most of the people, I don't think there's a single person in there that I've talked to that didn't say this and said that I'm doing the right thing. That East Tennessee weather and where East Tennessee weather is right now is 100% exactly where it needs to be going. And I was like, this is nice to hear from people. And these are all people in the TV industry right now. And they're like, TV's a dying industry. Nobody's watching the local news anymore. They showed us numbers. Numbers are crazy down for linear TV. Linear TV. I'm not saying the news is going to go away. It's just that they need to pivot to the digital world, and they're not. And they're not pivoting. And so it's crazy. So a lot of people are like fearful for their jobs, where their local TV station is going to go. If they don't pivot and start making money in the digital world that we all live in, it's going to be dead in the water. And so anyways, I got a lot of high praise from a lot of people that I respect in this community that I didn't grow up watching, but I looked up to them when I first got into the industry. And so, kind of humbling and refreshing to know that I think where we are right now as a group and where East Tennessee weather is, and I wouldn't be here but without you, we're right on par with where we need to be. So this is crazy awesome, and so thank you. So it's great. It's great. I'm trying to think what else we've learned. We got more conferences today. So coming up, what is it? 6:14 here. So again, I apologize for the clock. Let's see if I can change it so I don't freak people out. I don't know if I can. No, I can't change the time zone. So it's based on my computer. So now my computer's in, so whatever, just deal with it. Right, just deal with it. Anyways, let's see. Oh, there you go. Hi, friend. I know Betty said, I miss you. And I messaged Betty back on social media. I was like, Betty, you can't miss me. I've not done anything different yet. Today's different, but you still can't miss me because I'm still here. So, yeah, it's early. I've been up. I've been up for a while, Buck. But we had the broadcaster dinner last night. So every year they do a broadcaster's dinner where we all take over a restaurant usually a restaurant. And we get to eat. They just bring out a ton of food, this, that, and the other. And it always turns into karaoke night. So it was really loud in there. So I'm struggling with my voice a little bit this morning. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun here. But we also learn a ton as well. All right. Morning, Rick. How are you this morning? Yeah, what about that football game this weekend, huh? Woo! But just like, really? Did that just happen? What was the final score? Like 71, 73, something like that? I don't know. Crazy. What's up, Jake? Love you right back, buddy. Love you right back. It does feel good this morning. Well, not in Texas. Well, I've not been outside yet. It's been pushing 100 degrees every day I've been here. So it's been hot. It has been hot for sure. Pools are still open, Buck. Well, at least this pool. I'm staying at the Westin in Irving, Texas. I kept saying Dallas, Texas, although Dallas is like, I can see downtown Dallas from here. But because I got this cool shot out the window. You saw that from the beginning. I don't know. Let's see. What time is it? Yeah, the sun's not going to be coming up here for me anytime soon. Well, like an hour. I'm enjoying the warm wind. Feels like the Santa Ana's out the West Coast, or the Chinooks in Denver. Yeah, it's been. I know I was talking to somebody else on social, and they said there was an event in Gatlinburg or something, and like I forget what she said, like a farmer's market type thing, and said there was a bunch of stuff that got toppled over and broken. I was like, oh, geez. The winds have been a little bit breezy across the mountains. All right, let's see. So guess what? So I'm not going to change things a whole lot. So although my intro, there's no interstate issues on the interstate right now. Everything's shaping up just fine. And I don't have my classic music, just so you know. But we can do this. Stand by. Maybe. Let's start that over. Let's dance. I don't have my normal audio board here, so I can't do the classic dancing music. But here we are. We're going to dance a little bit. Let's talk about today's national holiday, shall we? I've got a couple on there. I'm going to take my photo out there. All right, so we've got anybody love guacamole? There's my clapping this morning. Love me some guacamole. It is National Guacamole Day, my friends. We've got National Working Parents Day. Ugh, aren't we all working parents? It would be nice not to be. But even if you're a parent, you're working anyways, right? Turn that down a little bit. We've got National Step Family Day. Anybody have step parents? I guess I technically do have a step parent because my dad is remarried, although I don't consider her a step parent whatsoever because I didn't meet her until I was in college when my dad got remarried. So, but it's National Step Family Day, so big shout out to everybody who's a step family. Kudos to you for getting back into the wagon and getting married and taking on other people's kids too. It's always crazy. I know several families that are step families, and they went from a family of like 2 kids up to like 4 to 5 kids now because they're a step family. It's like, that's good for you. National Play-Doh Day. Who doesn't love Play-Doh? And it's National Cinnamon Raisin Bread Day. One of my favorite things in the world is cinnamon bread with raisins in it. It is so good. It is so good. Cinnamon bread and raisins. Put some butter on it. Maybe a little bit more cinnamon and sugar just to top it off. Oh, my goodness gracious. Well, everything worked this morning, so I was glad I was able to come in and say hi. Yeah, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. I've heard Nvidia just shot off the charts. Who was it? I think a friend of mine told me about Nvidia that his dad or something like that just cashed out, bought it at like super dirt cheap and just sold high and cashed out and walked away with like $800,000 or something like that. That's what he was saying. I was like, why can't I do that? Somebody know how to invest appropriately? Let me know. I don't know how to invest anything. I've got a guy that does my 401ks and stuff, but so interesting question there, Tom. So I think the answer is yes. I think it is because it's machine learning. So what he was showing us is that he took into account. So he kind of represented it and talked about it as a temperature. So say, which is a microclimate. So say there's a local area in our community that always, no matter what the temperature says in the forecast, which of course I can't possibly forecast exactly for every town. You know, I forecast for Chattanooga, Tri-Cities, Knoxville, Crossville, and then it kind of populates out based on your altitude, your elevation and location, right? But if there's an area that is always colder or always hotter than what the forecast always says, he showed us that you can take that data and then pull climate data from the past 5 years, 10 years. He showed us both, and how AI figured it out. It got the temperature. It was more accurate with that temperature because it took climate history and started figuring that out. He also showed us how after like, you know, if you ever use ChatGPT and you're like, you type in something and you're like, okay, that didn't really come out the way I wanted it to, so you're going to do it again, or say, let's try that again, or give me a different option or something like that. They showed us that he could do that with severe storms, and AI could find the couplet in the radar where the tornado would be. And it took him 4 tries to do it. Some of the model forecasting that I was saying is their model, their AI model. He showed us their AI model pinpointed where Francine went more accurately. So it takes all the model data, the European, the GFS, and it takes that information into AI, spits out its own information quickly. Like, AI is doing things faster than the models can go through with all these supercomputers. And it actually was the only one that had the storm further north and moving right around the New Orleans area. He showed us, let's see, what else did he show us? So yeah, I do. I think it's, yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be what we're going to have to deal with. And so my job and how you know local meteorology, I don't know. I'm 47 years old. Am I safe to retire doing what I'm doing? I think so. But you got to go into also the aspect that so many people, stopped watching the local news, and that's why numbers are down, because we all went digital, right? A lot of people just use the iPhone app or the Android app for their temperatures and their forecast, which is fine in most days, but you don't get the rest of the story. You're not really, you don't have a human being explaining to you why that's an 80% chance of rain on Thursday. It's just going to say an 80% chance on Thursday. So your cell phone apps aren't the say-all be-all, because that information is coming from a computer. And it's not going to tell you the whole story. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I think there's more AI talks today. So we'll see. You need a real mic. Aw, thanks, Betty. You'd like the real me as well? All right. Well, I appreciate that. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Krista. So Beatrice says not okay either. AI equals witchcraft. Well, I mean, does anybody use ChatGPT? Have you ever used ChatGPT or any AI products? I don't think it's going to take over Google, but I don't know. Because Google's using AI anyways. Katrina's not going to be okay with that. Kimberly doesn't want to wake up. Yeah, but here's the thing. Kimberly's like, I don't want to wake up and see avatars. But here's the thing. It looked so real. And he pointed out and proved a point that there are a ton of social media accounts who I couldn't probably tell you how many, we don't probably even know, that are actually fake real accounts with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers, and their avatars. And it's all AI generated. And so whoever set that up is still making money on social media, but it's not even a real person. Is that not crazy? Crazy. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Definitely a no on the avatar. Yeah. Like the checkout machines at the grocery stores, watch out. The aliens might hire us eventually, right? Oh, Katrina, thank you. Is it Memorex or Mike Witcher? Take East Tennessee Weather Mike or AI robot name. Hi. Nice, Buck. Oh, you're so awesome. Everyone's saying no on the avatar. I wouldn't want a robot telling me the weather. But if you didn't know it was a robot, would that be okay? What about the anchors, like the TV news anchors? They're reading the past. Could that be an avatar? I don't know. It's crazy. Where are we going to be in 5 years? Where are we going to be in 15 years? Where are we going to be in 30 years? Like, it's nuts. But this is why I like these weather conferences, because A, there's new technology coming out that can benefit us, and maybe AI benefits us instead of taking us over. Maybe we use it to help us, i.e. it pinpointed the couplet to find a tornado on the radar, right? Fairly quickly. Do we use AI? Well, we are using AI, because even my weather computer company uses AI to help find where that couplet's going to be to trigger certain things on my radar. And so it's already being used in some form or fashion, but do we want it to take over jobs? I don't know. I mean, most of you say no, so. But most of us that are on here right now are not the younger generation, i.e. he also did a study. This guy kept talking about it. He did a study, and he went and asked younger kids, would you care if a robot that looked like a real person was telling you some information versus a real person? And beyond of a shadow of a doubt, most kids were like, no, I don't care. Well, that's the next generation that's coming up. And so if our next generation doesn't care if robots and avatars and AI are telling them information, I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that they're already used to the fact that most everything that you see on social media is not real. I mean, it is on my site. But like, there's so much unrealism or fake stuff on social media, even to date. And these kids don't care. They're not going to know the difference. If they grow up with avatars, they're not going to know the difference. I don't know. It's crazy to me. Yeah, true. My son only internets his TV, and he's been doing it for years. Me too. I've had rabbit ears. I've not had cable TV or anything. We typically have only streaming TV in my house as well. Ashley says 100% would want a human interaction and not AI. But again, what if you didn't know? Let's see. Buck. Thanks, Robert. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, I'm telling you, it just was really touched me deeply for people that I've looked up to for a long time are telling me that I'm doing it right. Peter, TV is dead. I haven't watched TV news and weather in 4 years. It was self-inflicted from them. 100%. Kind of like the newspaper, sort of, right? You got to pivot. You got to pivot in the digital world. I think newspapers have pivoted pretty well. I don't know anybody that, I mean, I don't, but you have to go subscribe to their stuff. And that's what I didn't want with East Tennessee Weather. I didn't want you to have to subscribe for information. Why would you do that? It's free. Just, I'm here. I'll talk every day, even if it's watching paint dry, nobody's watching. But you all are. And I appreciate that. Hope you have a good day. It's 71-0. Yeah, crazy. I'm a little bit behind on chat. Sorry. Yeah, the next game might be a little bit rough, won't it? All right, I'm way behind on chat. Let's go to the end. I mean, robots they're already robots, machines. They're already taking over. They're already taking over. We've already lost a lot of jobs. But that's what I'm saying. Like, if we use it appropriately, maybe it can be a benefit to all of us. Maybe not. I don't know. Cheers. Let's have a cup of coffee together. Nothing better than hotel room coffee to get the day started. Yeah, I agree, Tom. I 100% agree. It needs to be used as a tool. And I think it can be used as a very efficient and great tool. And I think it can be used to take workloads off of us so we can concentrate on what matters most in whatever industry that may be, right? And so if we can do that, I think it would be a great thing. But it's how we all implement it is really going to be the interesting part about it. Yeah, I agree. Let's see. Good morning, Kathy. Here's my virtual hug from my neighbor, Kathy. She posted on social media. I need a Witcher hug. Love you, neighbor. AI image on Samsung phone is a trip, is what Buck's saying. So, yeah, I mean, but you must have an Android, right? Android's already doing AI. If you have an Android and you've never done this before, do it. So you know how, like, it's really impossible. It's hard to take photos of the moon. Like, if we have a full moon from cell phones and stuff like that, we're like, oh, that looks amazing, but it never turns out on the cell phone. Androids, if you zoom in enough, AI takes over and makes it look like a real moon. Did you know that? What's up, Denise? How are you? You're welcome. Welcome to the Jetsons, right? I know. I mean, we're right where the Jetsons were, right? I mean, we've got robots. We've got things cooking for you. I mean, the instant access to stuff. I don't know. Ooh, there we go. That sounds amazing. Yes, please. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is like my favorite cereal ever. Did you say they came out with Cinnamon Toast Crunch bacon? I think that was real. Again, I think that was real. I don't know, but I think a company came out with Cinnamon Toast Crunch bacon. That sounds amazing. All right, my friends. Well, I'll let you go. I'm not going to be able to send you back to the 24-hour channel because I'm not in the studio. And we didn't take over the channel this morning. And again, the channel's not up and running right now, so I got to work on that here in just a second. But I can still do this. Maybe. Maybe not. There it is. All right. Cue the music, everybody. Cue the music. Anyways, I sure hope you have a great day. Enjoy the week. It's really going to be a pretty pleasant week. We're going to have more clouds this week than what we had over the weekend. We've got that coastal low or potential tropical cyclone number 8 that's moving inland. So that's going to bring us the clouds. Probably not going to bring us a whole lot of rainfall. So don't anticipate a whole lot, but just know that we have some unsettled weather, for lack of better words, heading our way. Unfortunately, we're just not going to get a lot of rain, so the drought's going to continue to worsen here this week. Let's see what else. Then high pressure builds on in. We're looking at above average temperatures likely to round out the month of September. And at this stage of the game, we may round out September with like no rainfall, which would probably be a record. So hopefully a storm system can move in before the end of the month, because as it stands right now, we have not really seen much rain at all so far this month, at least at some of the airports where we take the official measurements. I know some of you have seen a little bit, but not a ton. All right, my friends, so I want to take this outside. I'm going to take you outside and let you see. It's not even, the sun's not even coming up. Never mind. It's still dark here in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, you know. We may go visit the stockyards today. After the conference, I've heard the stockyards are cool. It's supposed to be a place to go visit. Got to go explore the cities that you're in every once in a while. Thanks for joining me this morning, and check out social media throughout the day, and I'll post more about the conference on my stories in social media. So we sure hope you have a great day, and we're going to shut things down for the day today. Be safe, be kind to each other. I'll see you back here tomorrow morning for Wake Up with Witcher, and then on Wednesday, I'll be back at home in the studio. See you soon, my friends.